Good morning and welcome everybody. I'm Brian Tissot. I'm the director of the Humboldt Marine and Coastal Sciences Institute, and thank you for coming to the MPA Baseline Monitoring Symposium. As you may know or may not know, the Humboldt Marine and Coastal Science Institute was formed about 4 years ago to basically do events like this, to actually help coordinate faculty and students at Humboldt State University that are interested in marine and coastal science broadly with the community to kind of elevate the presence of that subject for the region. And I think this example you'll see today is, of course, a really stunning example of that because we have some amazing projects today. And I think everybody here is looking forward to hearing about some of these. This is the first time they've all been presented in any detail in one space, so we're very excited about that. So just want to mention that the goals of this meeting are really quite simple. We're doing two things. The main subject is just the key findings from the monitoring project, and there's 11 different projects that will be presented today. And these occur from a broad range of efforts from different groups across the region. So we have a lot of different perspectives here, which will be very important in thinking about the resources and knowledge that we have in the region, but also how we move forward to the next level, which is what we'll be doing at the end of today. We call it an integration workshop. Well, we start thinking about ways where we can build on this knowledge and think not only about future scientific directions, but also socioeconomic ones, traditional ecological knowledge, but also specifically thinking about what could we use for management to improve management of the state and the region for MPAs. And so that's a start of a topic that will continue into later this year. And so we do appreciate that people stick around for that through the end, and we'd love to get your input on these kinds of things. And of course, it isn't limited to this workshop. We will have opportunities to get your input on that, and part of that is making sure you're signed up in the back. So basically today you'll hear talks on 11 different subjects, a variety of ecosystems, as well as issues on traditional indigenous knowledge, socioeconomic and human dimensions, and then of course reef check and citizen science, all very interesting topics. I would ask you please to keep your comments and questions to the topics of the symposium today. This is not really a symposium about MPA management or why they're here or things like that. If you do have questions like that, you might address those to Adam here in the front or other folks in the audience that could better address those. So we'll try and stay on time today. We have 15 minutes per talk with 5 minutes for questions. So hopefully, and there'll be good conversation in between in the break sometime. So after this meeting, we will have everything will be online. The best single reference to go to is Ocean Space's website. We are taping all the talks, so we'll have that online. All the presentations will be there. And very importantly, the final reports, which are actually due in a couple days, everybody's writing those right now, Natalie, will also be there. So you can have different levels of how much information you want to read about. And that will be a central place to look for into the future. You can also look at our Marine and Coastal Science Institute website at the Marine Lab, as well as our Facebook page where we're kind of more immediate announcements. And we're going to be twittering some of the comments about today as well. So I wanted to thank our main sponsors for this whole MPA baseline monitoring program. This wouldn't have happened without support from the Ocean Protection Council, Ocean Science Trust, Sea Grant, and of course Cal Fish and Wildlife. And they're the main supporters of the group. And with that, what I'd like to do is introduce Adam Fromadig and have him talk about the management context of Cal Fish and Wildlife for the MPAs.